Hey, everybody. I'm going to wait for some people to come in. I started a little early. Hi, Jean. How are you? Oh, there we go. We got some people coming in. Andrew, can you share the stream out? I put it on our Facebook page, but I don't know if we can get it in some more groups so they know we're going live. So anybody who's here, hey everyone. So anybody who is here, you can share the stream out to some Facebook groups. Let them know that we are live. We're airing the hearing. That would be great. Hey, Dee, Berlin, and Roxy. Nice to see you guys. Hey, Jan. How are you? I was going to go live at 1:15, but I decided to start it a little bit early so we can get everybody in here and chat. And maybe watch a little bit of the preempt from Court TV today. I'm just trying to get settled. Not feeling the best today. Ooh, Vid, you're outside the courthouse? Awesome. Chris, only a few people got those pictures. Not a lot of us did. Only a few people. So no, you're not going to see them because they're not releasing them. Well, Vid, are you going inside or are you stuck outside? I don't know how many people they can get in there at one time. Not sure. Glad you're there, though, to support us all. Today's going to be interesting. You're standing outside. Okay. Jean, welcome. Andrea's here. Roxy's here. Dee Berlin. Jan. Vid Inquiries. Great to see you too, Roxy. Chris is here. I was too late to get inside. They were full. Okay, that makes sense. You're standing in the rain. Oh no, hopefully you got an umbrella. But you're there. So just shared it to groups. Thank you so much. That way they know that we are going to do this live. Court TV is just awesome. Channel 15 interviewed you. That is cool. I'll have to see if I can find that later. Court TV is just talking about things, running their videos that they've done and everything. We'll jump in there a little bit. I am also getting the links ready for Fox 59, just in case there's any issues. And I'm shutting down Discord right now because it beeps a lot. Hang on. Okay, I got to make sure that Facebook is working, which it is. So I'm just trying to get everything ready, and yeah, you could put it in the Tabby group. If I check to see if I did already, I'm not sure. I have live on my channel in case we see. Oh, cool. Let me get that. All right. everybody, I'm dropping a link to Vid Inquiry's channel in the chat. She is there live, so you will be able to see whatever she's doing. They're at the courthouse, and actually, Vid, is it okay if I bring yours up on my channel? Do you mind? I'm not going to get a copyright strike if I do that. Art is at home watching. Hey, Christine, how you doing?
And put on her channel. She's putting mine on hers.
All right. So it's windy there today and rainy.
On the side, you can do a search.
So all of you can see Vid Inquiries. She is at the courthouse.
Okay.
She's outside. She didn't get to go in today. It was
Sorry about the wind.
It's okay, honey. I'm going to turn her volume down because I'm getting an echo from our stream. But at least you can hear me and you can see what's happening at the courthouse with Vid Inquiries. I appreciate her letting us stream this. It's pretty awesome. She is waiting. I'm sure Richard Allen is there, but we'll see.
We appreciate you, Marv.
She is waiting. I'm sure Richard Allen. But she's giving us outside footage of the courthouse there. Oh, Court TV said he was already there. Okay. I'm sure those are the news tents you see. Hey, Boost Mobile. Yeah, I agree. Miranda, nice to see you.
Yes.
Bogey 708, nice to see you too. True Crime Beat, nice to see you here. Glad you're all here. Beautiful area and beautiful buildings, exactly. That building is gorgeous. If you're into old school buildings and historical buildings, yeah, that's right up my alley.
Somebody was asking about, was that the live stream?
I'm on Marvelous Marv's live stream.
Oh, okay.
And she's showing mine. I'm just in the courtroom here, so it's just as you walk by.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm behind. But yeah, I'm just showing everybody like so.
And I guess somebody
Okay, I was listening to see what she was asking. I think she thought she was a big-time reporter or something. Fort Wayne has lots of old buildings. I may have to get to that area one of these times. Hard to catch you at night, yes. So, like I said, I am going to scooch that down. I just need to make sure. Okay, Court TV's going. How to watch the hearing in 58 minutes, or in Delphi. There was another. Oh, that's the one I wanted. Okay, so this is the Fox 59 Facebook page. They're going to play it here, I guess. And then we got the Fox 59 up here and Court TV. So we are all set. And then I have vid inquiries here. Okay. I am going to make vid inquiries separate and move this screen over so that we can watch hers, because she's live right now outside the courthouse. Hey, Digital. Hey, Lynn. So for everybody that's just coming in, vid inquiries is at the courthouse. She does not get to go inside. She didn't make it in time, but she's providing us some live feeds from outside. I have put her channel in the chat. I'm going to do that again, just in case anybody wants to save it and to promote her. So that is Vid Inquiries YouTube channel. And okay, so my Facebook page is up here, Fox 59 and Court TV. Okay, awesome. So we are ready. Now, for my understanding, court has started. They are doing a 30-minute delay. So at 2:30, they're going to start streaming the actual hearing. And they'll stream it until it's complete. But we won't see them walking in, but maybe out. Yeah, that sounds good, Vid. Oh. So, just taking some breaths here and preparing. So what does everybody think's going to happen today? Are the defense attorneys going to be let go? Are they judge going to keep them? All right, just checking out. Ooh, camera people walking by. Yeah, hard to know. Sanctions. They could get some fines and sanctions. Yep. Okay, so proceedings can be shown on a 30-minute delay. The hearing is set to start at 2 p.m. and coverage will start around 2:30 p.m. on Fox 59. Okay. And Court TV is talking about other cases right now since they have a few minutes. Just refreshing Fox 59's Facebook page. So yeah. Anticlimactic, yes, but revealing. I'm so glad that they're doing this. Thanks, Colette. Nice to see you. Digital, anything new on whether the leaked photos were taken at night? I haven't seen them, so I don't know. But from some people that I talked to, it's a photo of a photo, and it looks like it's at night. So I'm not sure. So Court TV's talking about the Take Care of Maya case for any of those of you that are following that. Just want to say, and I'm going to be doing a video on this later this weekend, Natalie Holloway finally, after 18 years, has received some justice. We're getting details now of what happened. And her mom is satisfied with the outcome and considers the case closed, and justice has been given for Natalie. So this weekend, I'll be doing a live on that. My husband's got to work, so I'll be home here all by myself. Why not be on YouTube with all of you? So, yeah, it took 18 years, but they finally got it. So that's big. That is big. Fox 59 has some really cool, a really cool picture on here of a sunrise with pumpkins. I'll show it to you. On their Facebook page. Hey Melissa, how you doing? We're just waiting to get this party started to find out what is going on. You may be home Saturday now. Welcome, C4P. Hi, Marv. Again, this is Martha. I just wanted to let you know I saw on TV that Court TV is about to do the Delphi hearing. Yep. Oh yeah, I bet most of the YouTube creators are live. One of the things that we have, and you see her in chat, is Vid Inquiries is at the courthouse outside. So Vid, I'm not sure if you can turn your camera around and give us a shot of the area. But we definitely have a shot of the beautiful historic courthouse there. Love sunsets and sunrises. Yep. Hey, Jill. So I just want everybody to remember, as you're in the chat, everybody's opinion counts. Please be respectful to those that have opinions that you may not agree with. That's what makes this world and us free Americans. So, still talking about Take Care of Maya. Okay. It's 1:22. So just be respectful to each other if you have differing opinions on this case. That's all I ask. We can agree to disagree and let each and every person have their opinion. But let's not get nasty towards each other about it, because we try to keep it. Somebody else walking by with equipment. We try to keep everything chill here and respectful. So, yeah, Deborah's here. Hello. Christy Lynn's coming in. Awesome. A bunch of you are here. So we're just waiting for either Fox 59 or Court TV to start streaming. Listening on a bike ride. Oh, that's a great way to do it. And in the meantime, we have Vid Inquiries, who's in our chat, who's also at the courthouse live. She is showing us the courthouse here, and we're seeing people walk back and forth, and there's some press outside, but most of them probably are inside. It's rainy there, it's windy there, so I don't have the sound on right now. There are tents for media set up. I did see that before. She was showing us around, and she's going to try to... Hey, Art. Oh, hang on. Let me turn your volume up. There, it's windy there, so I don't have the sound on. Okay, right now she's got my stream on. Hey, I'm just gonna say a shout out to her husband Art, who's a wonderful man. I love the both of them dearly. She says it's a wind tunnel out there. Yeah, I bet. So, let's see here. So we got people popping in, popping out. We're almost ready. Everybody else in the chat is saying hi, Art. So that's wonderful. So the Maya case, they're suing. Her father and brother are suing for up to $200 million. Ooh, in compensatory and punitive damages. Yikes. Yep, T-minus 5 minutes and counting. So I'm glad we all could be here together to enjoy this and watch this. I'm sure people are jumping from channel to channel. I see the numbers go up. I see the numbers go down. That's okay. But we're definitely going to get into it. So, from my understanding is today's court hearing is to talk about the hearing that's supposed to be on the 31st, and it's supposed to address... Oh, okay. It's supposed to address all of the stuff that's going on with the leaking. So, I'm so sorry, Art. Art just had his 7th treatment for cancer. Prayers for you, Art. Sending my love. So, yeah, they're supposed to probably start... I don't know if they're going to start out talking about the hearing on the 31st, or if they're going to go straight into the meat and potatoes, which is this leaked information. We did read that Baldwin does have an attorney there for himself. Andrea was reading that to me as I was getting everything ready. So that's probably the smartest move on his part. Jean says she thinks defense will be reprimanded. Yeah, we'll see. We're all dying to know, that's for sure. Any other bets? Reprimanded, taken off the case. All right, so if you think they'll be reprimanded, put a 1. If you think they'll be taken off the case, put a 2. Okay, I have them up, so. So we got some 1s, which is just a reprimand. 2, no 2s yet. All right, Vid, we're going to check in with you after the hearing is over. So thank you so much. She's showing the live chat up the channel. Awesome. Awesome. So I'm not sure the defense did it right. It's whether they can hold them accountable or not. So here we go. I am going to put on court TV.
What it all means for this high-profile case moving forward. Plus, testimony resumes today in the Take Care of Maya trial. We have all the latest as the defense continues to present their case.
Closing arguments with Vinny Politan tonight at 8/7 Central, only on Court TV.
Ion Plus is your home for adventure.
Rex, go!
Mystery.
Fascinating.
And thrill.
Woo!
Just keep picking your ear out. Let's see if we pick anything up.
I gotta pause it. I didn't pause it fast enough. If I get music in this stuff, they'll get me and I'll have to edit the video, and I don't like doing that. So, bunch of ones saying reprimand. Come on, finish your commercials. Once I know that they're up and running, I'll turn the volume back on. I'll turn it up so that we all can hear it. I'm going to mute so you don't get an echo. And we'll listen and go from there. And then we'll chat afterwards. So I'm just waiting for the commercials to finish.
There is so much on the line, so much.
Come on. I love watching closing arguments, by the way. I watch that at night. Oh, more commercials. Reprimand. Okay. Didn't they prove the defense leaked it? That's what Murder Sheet is saying. I love Vinny. I watched Vinny. I know a lot of people didn't like Nancy Grace, but I liked watching her too. So, that's another case I need to talk about, is the Kyle and his brother Mendez case. Kyle and Lyle, I think. I think they're going to get a new they're working on getting them a new trial. But we definitely got to thank Fox 59 and Court TV for televising this so that we can see it. So nothing yet. Vinny only annoyed me once when he was too nice to Harmony's mom. Yeah. Andrea, let me know if you get it on any of the Fox 59s while I have it on Court TV here.
Kelly Craft, we are watching the Take Care of Maya civil trial that's happening out of Florida. The Kowalski family is suing, alleging false reporting of child abuse, as well as some other claims. On the stand right now is a former nurse at Johns Hopkins All Children's.
Okay, they're still talking about Maya. Where is Richard Allen? Come on. So I'm just refreshing stuff. Oh my goodness, you got to be kidding. The hearing didn't start until 2:30 and they won't start till 3 p.m. now. Yikes. So they must have had a delay in starting. Not surprised with this case. Not surprised at all. I'm just not surprised. That is why we've got the Maya thing still going on. The judge announces that Alan's attorneys have confirmed with the court that they are withdrawing from the case. Wish TV live blog. All right, let's see what it's saying. The judge resets another court date for October 31st and dismisses the hearing. Alan is not in the courtroom and has been transported back to Carroll County. The judge announces that Alan's attorneys have confirmed with the court that they are withdrawing from the case. Okay, let's get 2:02 p.m. Guards are milling around outside the courtroom in our video feed, waiting for Richard Allen to be brought into the courtroom. We're told the judge will enter 10 minutes later and start the proceedings. Attorneys have entered the courtroom. We appear to be close to starting. The judge has entered the courtroom and the hearing has begun. That was at 2:29 p.m. The judge announces that Alan's attorneys have confirmed with the court that they are withdrawing from the case. So the judge is setting another, oh my goodness. You got that right, Miracle Hearts. Quit before you're fired tactic. Wow. Just wow. Well, no hearing today. Yep. We just got news. Hang on a minute here. So, what in the world? Oh my goodness. All right, so hang on a minute here. I'm going to mute. Let's listen to what she's saying.
Well, if Art, you're still watching, I'm leaving now because that hearing was pretty quick, and the defense no longer represents him. Hey, Marv, you want to pull me back up? It won't be as windy, and I could tell you what just happened.
So,
Okay.
what in the world? Oh my goodness.
So I wonder if they'll do the 31st now. It was cool to see Frank Meister. And see if Marv's going to pull me back up.
Alright, so hang on a minute here. I'm going to mute. Let's listen to what she's saying.
Marv, you're still watching? I'm leaving now because that hearing was pretty quick. And the defense no longer represents him. Okay, I'm getting in my car now. Bear with me. Hey, Marv, you want to pull me back up?
Okay, I just want to let her know that she is up
It won't
live,
be as windy, and I can tell you what just happened.
and we'll get a report from her as soon as she gets in her car.
Okay.
What in the world? Oh my goodness.
So I wonder if they'll do the 31st now. It was cool to see Frank Meister. Okay, so what Frank Meister just told me was that the defense will not be representing Alan. They pulled out of representing him. So that's what he just told me as I saw him. And we didn't get to see him walking out. That hearing was quick. I'm leaving now because that hearing was pretty quick. And the defense no longer represents him. Okay, she still got me walking to the car. Okay, I'm getting in my car now. Bear with me. Hey, Marv, you want to pull me back up?
Okay, just want to let her know that she is up
It won't be as windy, and I can tell you what just happened. I'm moving for somebody else who wants to get a parking spot. I'm just going to pull over and put my feedback.
Okay, so we'll go back to vid inquiries here in a minute. So, this is the new update. Richard Allen's court heart canceled after defense team withdraws from case. Delphi murder suspect Richard Allen will appear in court for hearing. Oh, so that's nothing new. But this part is. So, biggest thing is that everything with Richard Allen stops now. There isn't a hearing for October 31st. We'll have to watch that. Hopefully they will televise it. The court is going to have to reappoint new lawyers for Richard Allen. And the whole process starts over. That is the biggest takeaway from today. The defense team has withdrawn from the case, meaning they removed themselves from the case. They are no longer representing Richard Allen. And that is why we had the outcome today. And as far as his lawyers, Rossi and Baldwin, it's probably a good thing that they did this. So there's no delay. No court. There will be no court hearing today. Everybody right now is leaving the courthouse. So yes, this I feel so bad for the families. That is not an option that I thought of, Boost. You're right. You're absolutely right. I did not see that coming. That was not something I even thought about. They were tarnishing their own image with this case, especially with the leaks. That's huge. I mean, they still, if there's an investigation, they still could get reprimanded for it. I don't see this just going by the wayside. No, I don't think it had anything to do with they thought he was guilty. Absolutely not. It had everything to do with these leaks. And if they were found to be responsible, and the fact that they look incompetent because the leaks came from their side, yeah. Okay, for those just coming in, Richard Allen's defense attorneys, Rossi and Baldwin, have removed themselves from his case, meaning they are no longer his attorneys. They are no longer representing him there. Yes, Richard Allen was there. I didn't get to see a picture of him, so I don't know how he looked. But Rossi and Baldwin have removed themselves from the case. There's going to be another hearing on the 31st. What this means, everybody, is we're basically back to day one, right after his arrest. Okay, so the judge is going to have to figure out who to appoint as a lawyer for him. So that's what that means. He no longer is being represented by any lawyer. Any lawyer. He does not have any lawyers as of this moment. So she's going to have to go and search and find one or two more attorneys that can represent him. And then everything starts over. Those attorneys are going to meet with Richard Allen, with witnesses. They're going to have to take depositions. They're going to have to get all the discovery from the prosecutor. It all starts over. That's what this means. That's exactly what this means. Terry, I hear you. It doesn't matter right now. The only thing that matters right now is now she has to appoint lawyers for him because he doesn't have any. She can appoint lawyers from anywhere. But the concern is we still don't know if the death penalty is going to be on the table. So whatever lawyers she appoints has to be death penalty certified. So does that make sense? I know we got people coming in, so I'm going to repeat myself once again and just break it down for everybody, okay? Yeah, I'm not sure where they're going to get a lawyer from, but okay. So what happened is they went in there at 2:30. The defense team said, we will no longer be representing Richard Allen. Okay, Vid, sounds good. Thanks for doing the live for us. So they said, we're recusing ourselves. were no longer going to represent Richard Allen. So the judge did the only thing she could. She said, okay, close down the hearing. Everybody went on their way. Richard Allen goes back to Carroll County or wherever he goes. Now that the defense team has recused themselves and said we are no longer representing him, the judge has to find a new set of lawyers to represent him. And whoever she finds to represent him has to be death penalty certified, because we still don't know if the prosecution is going to put the death penalty on the table. So everything starts over as if Allen was just arrested. He's going to be appointed new attorneys. They're going to have to meet with him. They're going to have to get all the discovery from the prosecution. They're going to have to do their own depositions of witnesses. And it starts all over. It really does. Not what I wanted, in a way, because it prolongs this. And the families have to endure this even longer. So, we're back at square one, step one. But I agree with you, El Gaucho. Good riddance to the devious attorneys. They created a circus. They really did. They really did. And maybe this was a plan that they had. After all this, I think part of it is a plan to try to help Richard Allen. I think part of it is a plan to help themselves and cover their butts because there was 2 major leaks from their side. So we start all over, folks. Andrea, is that going to be on the same live that I'm watching now? So yes, Richard Allen's attorneys, Baldwin and Rossi, quit. They are no longer representing Richard Allen. And yes, they were doing their job, but so many things have come out. So many things. And not all of it is good. Not all of it is good. Their job is to create doubt. They did that. They really did. Vid says, in my opinion, maybe this will be good to restart because then everything will be done by the book. No one will be able to say anything to protect Richard Allen. It's not even a matter of protecting him. I've said this since day one, you guys. I want the right person to be convicted of this. And I agree with this statement. If they really believed he was being railroaded, they wouldn't simply quit. Great point. Have a safe trip home, Vid Inquiries. Thank you so much for sharing your video with us live. Diener doesn't look so much like a wiener now. El Gocho, this blows up their theory. If they believed he was being framed, no way would they walk away. That should tell everyone that the theory was horses. Well, it's their job to create reasonable doubt, right? All they need is one person. But I think this is bigger than, I think this is more to save their butts. And yes, we want the truth. We want the truth, the whole truth. We want any one person or multiple people involved in this charged, convicted, and sentenced. I'm sure they've gotten some too, yes, taking this case. Yeah. So did anybody expect this? We got 4 minutes until Court TV does their little thing and shows what they're going to show. They read the room. They knew they were on a sinking ship and were destroying their credibility. That's a big thing, too. Their credibility is in jeopardy because of the fact that things were leaked from their side. Hello, Facebook user. So does anybody in here not know what's going on or what happened with the hearing? Anybody need an update? Okay, so been waiting to watch but can't find it. You're not going to find it. Richard Allen's attorneys quit. So there is no hearing. No hearing whatsoever today. Everything restarts. Everything restarts. So Richard Allen's attorneys have quit. They're no longer representing him. So that means the judge now has to reappoint new attorneys for him, and everything starts over. The prosecutor has to release all the discovery to the new attorneys. They have to meet with Richard Allen. They have to find new people that they are going to have testify for them. You know, experts or whatever. They're going to get their own experts. They're going to want to do their own depositions. This trial is not happening until 2024, 2025. Thanks, El Gaucho. Anytime. So, sorry about that. So that is what's happening. We start all over. And I guess Court TV is going to show a little something that happened in the courtroom. And we're ready for when they do. And I'll show that. Okay, Andrea, sounds good. So now the new question is, who is she going to get to be Richard Allen's attorneys? And where is she going to find them from? You guys know the area better than I do. And whoever she gets has to be death penalty certified. So, and they can't be too far away either, because they have to be able to go and visit him at the jail. So who does that leave us with in that area? Just keeping an eye on Court TV here.
This is terrible. Terrible what happened to Libby and Abby. Sticks are placed on the bodies.
A rune painted in blood.
There was something that was done at that scene.
Delphi murder suspect Richard Allen.
You child murderer! Why did you do it? You're going to prison for the rest of your life!
Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Judge Ashley Wilcott. Boy, we have big breaking news in the Delphi Murders case. Richard Allen's attorneys have quit. The judge announced it just a short time ago. I'm incredulous. Allen is accused in the 2017 deaths of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. Now, we were unable to air the hearing live. That was part of the court order. But we can show it now. Let's get into court.
The court's now in session. Elmer Frank, all presiding.
Thank you. You may be seated. We on? All right, we are on the record in State of Indiana versus Richard Allen, 08C012210MR1. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. McClellan, Mr. Luttrell, for your patience. We've had an unexpected turn of events, ladies and gentlemen. Earlier this afternoon, the defense attorneys have withdrawn their representation of Mr. Allen. Mr. Baldwin made an oral motion to withdraw. I granted that oral motion to withdraw, and Mr. Rosie will be submitting a written motion to withdraw, I'm assuming within the next couple of days. They have confirmed with the court that Mr. Allen's financial situation remains static, meaning he is continuing to be entitled to appointed counsel. I will reach out to public defenders to make that appointment. As Mr. Allen is now without counsel, I've ordered him transported back to the Department of Correction. Mr. McClellan, I know that we have already scheduled a hearing in the Carroll Circuit Court October 31st at 9 a.m. I'd like to maintain that hearing if we can, please. I think at that point we can have counsel appointed I'd like to set a new trial date. Obviously, I don't believe counsel will be prepared within the next couple of months to try a case of this magnitude in January. So we'll set dates for the trial. I think we need to set a date as well for the suppression hearing that was filed now by former counsel. I have asked the attorneys to provide all of the discovery previously provided back to the state of Indiana. I know I entered a protective order on the discovery, and honestly, I don't remember when that was. I think it was in April of this year, perhaps, maybe sooner. But the attorneys have been ordered to provide all of that discovery back to the state. And if you would maintain that until such time as it can be turned over to successor counsel, I would appreciate that, Mr. McClellan.
Yes, Your
I've also asked the defense attorneys to cooperate with successor counsel. They're not required to do that, but I think that they will in the best interests of Mr. Allen. They're not required to provide any of their work product, but they will be required and have indicated that they will cooperate with successor counsel. So obviously, without counsel, Mr. Allen's hearing cannot proceed. I apologize that I know many of you have been waiting for several hours. I know, Mr. McClellan, you and your staff, and you had some witnesses here that came earlier to have the hearing, but clearly this is outside of our control. So is there anything, Mr. McClellan, that you'd like to state for the record?
No, Your Honor, I think we can address the other issues at the October 31st court date.
All right. With that being said, then, we are in recess. Thank you. I'll see you in October.
All right.
All right, I'm stunned, but this happens. He had private counsel and his financial situation is static, so therefore, public defenders are going to be appointed to represent him. Our own Court TV crime and justice correspondent Matt Johnson is in Fort Wayne, Indiana, was there for the hearing, joining us live. Matt, so glad to have you on with us. Tell us about what happened in this hearing.
Yeah, I was in that courtroom and my eyes were on what was supposed to be the defense table and also Richard Allen seated there. He wasn't in our camera shots. That was Court TV cameras in that courtroom because he wasn't actually brought into the courtroom for that. After the judge granted that his two defense attorneys, Bradley Rosie and Andrew Baldwin, were off the case, then he was never even brought in with no representation and he was transported back to Carroll County. All of this a major bombshell here in Allen County where Judge Fran Gull usually presides. That's her courtroom. Usually she drives down to Carroll County to hold these hearings. But again, this was an emergency hearing of sorts after those leaked photos of the crime scene that some say are connected to a former employee with the defense team. So that could be the reason behind all of this. But Judge Ashley, everyone was shocked. You could hear pin clicks. You could hear a pin drop in that courtroom today. After a long wait, we were waiting for this to start on time at 2 o'clock Eastern. It didn't. There was a long delay. We saw Allen's wife, Kathy Allen, walk in. She was in tears. She was holding her face and she sat down in the front row. And then she was let out by deputies. Richard Allen's mother was also there. She came back into the courtroom and grabbed their jackets. And Barbara Mack and I, my producer who is seated next to me, we looked at each other and we said, wow, something major is about to happen. And it did, Judge Ashley.
You are not kidding. Something major happened. All right. So I know you said that he was not in the courtroom. The mother was in the courtroom. It looked like there were a lot of other people in the courtroom. Are you able to share with us, Matt? Did it appear to be media, interested parties, or do we even know?
First off, the courtroom itself, as you could see in that video, looked like a movie set, just a gilded, historic courthouse in general. And that brought everyone to an awe when we were let in after waiting several hours just to get a place in that courtroom. The first two rows on each side was either for family members, for the prosecution, and both families were represented here for Libby and Abby. More of Libby's family was here, including Kelsey, her sister, and her grandparents, and they were talking to one another. And then on the defense side, we had Allen's family members who I just mentioned, and mostly those seats were empty. But it was media from all across the region and international media. was also here, and a lot of podcasters and YouTubers. And it was quite interesting what we were realizing and we were overhearing as they would introduce themselves, because they would talk about the case and their speculation as to what was going to happen next or what was going to happen today. And then they would use their online names when they would introduce themselves. So it was kind of the cyber world that's been following this case, according to what my producer and I were talking about, to reality in that courtroom today.
Matt, to your point, just looking at those pictures, you're right. That courtroom is stunning. I've been in a lot of courtrooms. You've been in a lot of courtrooms. Barbara McDonald has been in courtrooms. And just the marble, the green, the gorgeous, it is the art. And Grace Wong had prepared us for this, but to see it on the video, it is something else. All right, I had another question for you, and that is if we could talk a little bit about the reason for today's hearing. Anything you might know about that? There were leaked photos of the crime scene. What else have you heard, do you know, that we can report about the whole reason for the hearing that's now been continued?
You know what, Judge Ashley, we were hoping to learn that today because, again, all parties remain under a strict gag order in this case, but just by the nature of the judge not being able to travel down to Carroll County, calling this somewhat of an emergency hearing on the heels of those leaked photos that have been described on social media as crime scene photos. And then there are reports that it is connected to a former staff member of the defense. So with all of that swirling around, that's when this meeting was called. And according to the court documents, the judge said to discuss the upcoming hearing on the 31st, which was scheduled down in Delphi in Carroll County, and other matters which recently have arisen. And that was the quote in the court documents for this hearing, when she required Allen to be transported from Allen County and also Carroll County, and all of the teams of the prosecutors and the defense to be here in her courtroom. So unfortunately, there was nothing discussed today to include any more details, but we do know that the scheduled hearing is still set to take place on the 31st in about a week and a half in Carroll County. And by then, Richard Allen should have newly appointed public defenders.
And I know the judge did say a case of this magnitude, she doesn't necessarily expect that these newly appointed public defenders are going to be ready for trial in January, because she recognizes it is a big case with a lot of discovery and other things they're going to have to do to be prepared. Matt Johnson, always great to have you on. Thank you for your excellent reporting there live in Indiana. I want to bring in our guest for this hour, trial attorney Kelly Hyman. All right, Kelly, what's your initial reaction as we're watching this together?
A client can always fire the attorney. That is their right. I'm trying to understand what exactly happened. I don't have privy to the documentation that was filed, but also the attorney has to be very careful in what they say in their motion to withdraw, because they need to protect the attorney-client privilege. That is communications between the attorney and the client. Now, it appears that potentially there might be some financial issues, and that's the reason why. However, we'll have to, might not know ultimately what happened in this, but the judge can make the final determination, which the judge did, to grant the motion. And sometimes the judge could potentially deny it, and that means the attorneys would have to stay on the case. But it appears that it might be some kind of financial issue.
I agree with you, Kelly.
Okay, we're going to stop it there. I don't think it's a financial issue at all. What does everybody here think? You think they quit because they couldn't get paid? They get paid by the state. They were appointed. So it's not a financial issue. How appropriate the Who We Won't Get Fooled Again playing in my car right now. All right. You drive safe, vid inquiries, and let me know when you get home. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Who is this woman? Now, the question is, I'm playing devil's advocate. The question is, did the defense attorneys decide to quit, or did Richard Allen ask them to quit? And you heard the judge in there. She asked the defense team to help whoever comes onto this case. So Baldwin and Rossi aren't out of this completely. They're not going to be in court to present anything, but they can help as new attorneys. Yeah, exactly. They were court appointed, so it doesn't matter about the finances. That's not it at all. She's confusing the statement about his finances and needing appointed counsel. Yes. That would be interesting. I think they didn't want to be embarrassed on national TV. Exactly. So many questions, more questions. Yes. She did say they don't have to help, but I don't know, something just is telling me they're going to help the new defense attorney. Because if this leak had not taken place, they were ready to go full forward with this. So I think it was more to cover their own butts because of the leak. So we're going to have to wait and see. She did say that she believes that they can appoint new attorneys by the 31st. So if that's the case, we'll find out who they are. I'm sure that information will be given to us as soon as it happens. Wonder if any reporters heard his oral motion. I don't know. So, and I'm sure those that are for Richard Allen who think he's innocent, this is tough for them too. It's absolutely devastating for the families, because you have to remember, until that trial happens and that sentence is handed down, this stays a main point in their lives. Once the trial is over and somebody is acquitted or convicted, well, then that's finally closure for them and they can move on. But that's going to be longer now for them because of what happened today. So I was thinking about coming back on the 31st, but Art thinks it will be a waste of time. Yeah, I don't know that I would go back on the 31st. So, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. Good luck with that. Yeah, it's still live talking about it. Yeah, but I wasn't going to show all that. I'm just making sure I didn't miss any questions. All right. Well, we'll be back later tonight to talk about this and figure out what happens going forward. We know that new lawyers have to be appointed. That's the first step. But I'll be back on later tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to chat with everybody and answer any questions. And then we'll go from there. So I'm going to jump off here. I will see you all tonight. Have a good night. Have a good day. Bye.